Hi, this is John Adamson with our second installment on the Rehab Documentation Guru. Thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to start covering SOAP, cleaning up your daily documentation. So we're going to go over each component of the SOAP note and what you should be including in that to make sure that it's actually providing information that the insurance needs about your patient. So I guess we'll start off with the S. And by the way, I just have to point out, I did not choose the background for today's video. I'm in a hotel, and they have these lovely lime green curtains behind me, as you can see. Not exactly the most beautiful, but hey, they'll do. So anyway, back to our topic. We're going to go over SOAP. So subjective, S. So what do we need to put in our subjective? Well, one thing we don't need is you don't need to tell the insurance that the patient had a wonderful bowel movement this morning. So things like personal hygiene, unless it's really relevant to your plan of care, has no place in your note. The other thing is, don't tell me that the patient has a sunny disposition, as I've seen some daily notes have notes on in the subjective. It really doesn't matter if they're grumpy or they're having a sunny disposition on the plan of care. It has no impact upon it really, unless there's a motivation issue. But what should you focus on in the subjective component? Well, number one, you want to focus on what is the patient and or caregiver's report related to the goals that you have set for therapy. So if you have a goal related to, let's say, bed mobility, and the patient's reporting now that they're able to mobilize better in bed because their pain in their back is better, and the caregiver reports that there's less of a burden of care that's evident because you've been treating the patient, those kind of things need to be in the subjective part. Number two is any new reports that come from the patient and or caregiver that are going to alter or affect your plan of care right now. A classic example would be the patient is on a new blood thinner, and the caregiver reports to you that their PT-INR is too high. And so obviously that day is going to be impacted by regarding treatment with the PT-INR that's too high, and so you're going to alter things like maybe not doing resistive activities that could put the patient at risk for bleeding internally. So we're going to put that kind of stuff in our subjective part of our note. And lastly, and just as importantly, we want to know what was the patient and or caregiver's response to the last treatment that we did. We want to show the insurance that we're making progress with this patient, not only from what we can see, but the patient and the caregiver's perspective. So we want to know, is there going to be an impact? Now, one of my videos will be covering the difference between reasonable and necessary care. And so this really goes back to answering the reasonableness of the claim. Are we showing that there's a value, a dollar value amount to the treatment we've provided and the outcomes that have been received? So that's our basic tip today from the Rehab Documentation Guru on what to include in your subjective portion of your daily note. I thank you for your time. Please subscribe to my channel. Ask questions. Feel free to post any comments you have on future topics you'd like to see. And lastly but not least, go out and get paid for what you do. Thank you.